What's going on? Back at it again with another video on YouTube. What's up? You see the title? We're gonna get right into it. All right. I was actually just on the phone with the client and doing a coaching session. Did like a little impromptu session with them. I'm not gonna divulge into too much of what he was going through, but it did bring me to this revelation. I thought it'd be a good topic for a video. So yeah, let's get right into it. If you are not seriously involved with a woman, like meaning if you're not in a monogamous relationship, it obviously, right? If you're not in a monogamous relationship, if you're not married, um, you should not be dating one woman. If you're a single guy out here and you have a girlfriend, you should have at least two or three girlfriends and be open about it. Don't lie. I think I did a video somewhat about this prior, but now I'm gonna dive deeper into it. Um, because if you put all your eggs in one basket and that basket run off, you are out of luck, right? So the motto I always say is you can't have one because one's too close to none. I try to get two because that's closer to a few. You know what I'm saying? You will never lack when you have more than one woman. You will always have what you need and more. And I'm not talking about sexually. This isn't just a sexual gratification thing. I'm talking about emotionally. I'm talking about egotistically. And I'm not just because you're serving and feeding your ego, that doesn't necessarily mean a negative thing. You can feed your ego in a positive way. So when dealing with multiple women and you're being open and honest about it, that's going to serve you a better catalyst and motivation to go do what you need to do, complete who you are to be, and focus on your goals or whatever. Because a lot of men get involved with a woman and they get infatuated solely on that one woman. They become distracted. They're not following their tasks. They're not completing missions. They're getting, sidetracked. All this can worried about her life and all this, and you're just so focused on one woman. You worried about if the relationship is gonna go perfect. You don't want to piss her off. All that shit. Man, if you got two or three chicks, you gonna be like, man, this girl pissed me off. I'll talk to her later. I'm gonna deal with old girl over here. She bring more peace to me right now. Oh, they all cool, right? I'm gonna just deal with this one because it's Tuesday and I ain't got too much pressure on me. Now you still gotta deal with individual uh situations and conflicts and in their lives and stuff, but I'd rather be not that much invested and committed into one person's whole weight of their life on mine's being solely inflicted on by being with one woman. So I don't know if that's making sense too much. I hope I didn't, go too off tangent with that. All I'm saying is don't get one itis. Don't be so focused on one woman that you lose track of what you're doing. And it tends to be better if you have two or three, because just having two or three women in your orbit, it's gonna keep you less polarized to one. Like you won't be as invested into one solely. Now you're gonna have your favorite. You're gonna have one that you deal with more, like primarily or whatever. But it's best to just and this is also like I said, if you in your early 20s, if you a bachelor or whatever, you trying to get out here, don't come out here thinking, oh, I'm gonna get this one girl and this one girl gonna be for me or whatever. Like it's don't think like that. Go ahead and date around. You know what I'm saying? And another reason why you should date around is because they definitely doing it. They definitely dating around. They're definitely having one in the hole. There's always a nigga in the shadows. I mean, they have genuine desire for somebody. And it may not be necessarily you, or you may be that guy they have genuine desire for, and they may have like some dude that's in a just in case bin. You know what I'm saying? So you should not be focused on one woman, man. Like, what are you doing? And I'm talking about like there's a couple people I just know they're just infatuated over one girl. Most of my my closest bros, except for one, my closest bros, um, they not infatuated over one woman. Now, I have one friend, he's a devoted Christian man, so he follows his religious practices and he chooses to live monogamously. But I have some other friends, my other close friend, he don't live monogamously. And it serves its purpose the way he lives. I understand it. I can see how he moves is beneficial to him. Some men can't be with one woman. Some men do need to be with one woman. It's not for everybody. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to hear women say, "Oh, what's good for the goose is good for the gander." That's not what we're talking about. We talking about men, which this isn't a tit for tat thing. When you say that, what's good for the goose, we talking about men. What's good for all men isn't necessarily good. Well, no, what's good for some men isn't necessarily good for all men. That you can't equate yourself to a man as a woman. We're not equal. Men and women are not equal. This is my channel. I'm gonna stand on that. Men and women are not equal. Should we be treated as equal people? Like meaning, do we have equal human rights? Yes. I should respect you because you're a human being, but we're not equal force wise, mentality, hormonal wise. We're not equal. We're just not equal, man. It doesn't mean that I'm more superior. It doesn't mean that you're inferior. But there is a greater and there is a lesser. So, um, yeah. So spin all this back to bring this video to a close. Gentlemen, my fellow men out there, if you are not in a serious committed relationship, don't go out here thinking that you can just date one girl and you can invest all that into her, all that time, energy, effort, attention, resources, all that. It would behoove you not to do that because you don't know a woman's true nature in general, and then you don't want to just get so lost that you just putting everything into her. Like a lot of man, maybe this might go on for a little bit. A lot of men are out there putting their all into women, and they're shortchanging their journey. Like you're not even discovering your true self. You want to be under this girl so bad you don't even know who you truly are, man. You could be a whole different person. Like you over here, you stuck on Kaioken, and you could be a Super Saiyan, but you want to be underneath this one shorty. You don't even know the true capabilities of your power, of your limits, and you want to be in a comfortable situation. Like why deprive yourself of freedom of like true ability to maneuver how you see fit. And then you may ask, well, how do you deal with more than one woman? How do you deal with more than one friend? It's not that hard. Don't fucking lie. Like a lot of dudes gonna be out here spitting game, whatever, whatever. I don't do that. I'm gonna tell the truth. I'm like, hey, look, I got shorty over here. I don't sleep with just one woman. Uh, I like to have fun. I like to do my thing. I'm very open about my sexuality, and they can't get mad about a motherfucking thing because I already told you. So what can you be mad about? If I already told you, it's not you be mad with yourself, but I'm not going to hide nothing from you. You know what I'm saying? So that's how you do it. If you want to be out here, don't focus on one woman. You definitely should have a couple to keep your, you know, to keep your juices flowing as a man. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to conquer shit out here, bro. You got to conquer shit. And this, to the dudes that really genuinely want to be with one woman and have like a wife and kid and that white picket fence and all that and that perfect like vision, it's like when you see that, what did you accomplish? Like you have a wife, kid, and son, but like what is your accomplishment? Men has more of a purpose. Like we're supposed to already be fruitful and multiply. Now we're supposed to have a purpose. So when you see that outcome, you try to see something else for yourself too. Don't just see the kid and the wife and shit. That's the end journey. Like what road did you pave along that way? You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I'm talking too much. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm coming at y'all with another video. Yeah.